All right, so let's go to the White House Correspondents' dinner. Can we do that? Can we talk about that? Okay, so White House Correspondents' dinner, Michelle Wolf, great comedian. Well, yeah, great comedian, I think. I hadn't really been aware of her until now. I think I've seen her on Comedy Central before. I had no idea that she was like a beast. She's in beast mode up there at the White House Correspondents' dinner, almost to the point where many people are pissed. Now, this is what I want to say before I get to this story that they wrote. Right? Listen, when I first saw, I didn't watch the entire correspondence, her remarks, the full remarks, and that is my bad. Okay, that is my bad. I made a patent mistake, which is I saw a clip. Now, it wasn't a 2-second clip. It wasn't a 30-second clip. It was like a minute clip of Michelle Wolf making comments about Donald Trump's money.
We're going to try a fun new thing, okay? I'm going to say Trump is so broke, and you guys go, how broke is he? All right? Trump is so broke. How broke is he? He has to fly failed business class. Trump is so broke. How broke is he? He looked for foreign oil in Don Jr.'s hair. Trump is so broke. How broke is he? Southwest used him as one of their engines. I know, it's so soon. It's so soon for that joke. Why did she tell it? It's so soon.
And it bothered me because it was like Trump is broke. Trump is broke. She went on this bit. It was her longest bit in her performance, okay? Longest bit. She stayed on the same central topic of Trump is broke. And the crowd would say, how broke is he? And then she would come with a takedown, a punchline about Trump being broke. And it just sat with me wrong because I'm like, we're in Washington, D.C., all these elite people talking about how much money Trump has. And it bothered me because I'm well aware that half of the country lives at near the poverty line or beneath it. Can I say that one more time? Half the country lives at near the poverty line or beneath the poverty line. And it bothered me. And I wasn't even thinking on the comedic side of the game. I was just thinking, optically, this sucks, right? It sucks that, this is the joke. I mean, even if Trump isn't a billionaire, he still make more. He's still worth a lot more than like 95% of the country. So that to me, that bothered me. But luckily for me, I have friends who said, Timberlake, you really need to watch the rest of her bit. You need to watch the rest of her presentation, the rest of her, her speech. And when I watched it, woo! Look, it changed my opinion totally. Now, unlike Moses, if you believe in the Bible, unlike Moses, I'm able to change my opinion based on new information. I'm able to change my opinion based on new information, particularly when I have the guts and the humility to say, hey, I stepped out there, I was wrong. Because Michelle Wolf let their asses have it.
Now, there is a lot to cover tonight. There's a lot to go over. I can't get to everything. I know there's a lot of people that want me to talk about Russia and Putin and collusion, but I'm not going to do that because there's also a lot of liberal media here, and I've never really wanted to know what any of you look like when you orgasm.
You hear me? She hit everybody, the Democrats.
Mitch McConnell isn't here tonight. He had a prior engagement. He's finally getting his neck circumcised. It is kind of crazy that the Trump campaign was in contact with Russia when the Hillary campaign wasn't even in contact with Michigan.
Republicans.
A lot of people want Trump to be impeached. I do not. Because just when you think Trump is awful, you remember Mike Pence.
Donald Trump.
Trump's also an idea guy. He's got loads of ideas. You gotta love him for that. He wants to give teachers guns, and I support that, because then they can sell them for things they need, like supplies.
Sarah Huckabee Sanders, and I didn't feel like her comments about Sarah Huckabee Sanders were degrading to women. They were degrading to Sarah Huckabee Sanders.
And of course, we have Sarah Huckabee Sanders. We are graced with Sarah's presence tonight. I have to say, I'm a little starstruck. I love you as Aunt Lydia on The Handmaid's Tale. Mike Pence, if you haven't seen it, you would love it. Every time Sarah steps up to the podium, I get excited because I'm not really sure what we're gonna get. You know, a press briefing, a bunch of lies, or divided into softball teams. It's shirts and skins, and this time don't be such a little bitch, Jim Acosta. I actually really like Sarah. I think she's very resourceful. Like, she burns facts, and then she uses that ash to create a perfect smoky eye. Like, maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's lies. It's probably lies.
That's different. Now, and look, I say this as a person who actually enjoys, Roseanne Barr. Like, I follow Roseanne. I wanted to have her on the show. This was before her new show came out, right? Because when she ran for president, I was like, Roseanne running for president. Great. Somebody in politics or in Hollywood who's not afraid to talk politics. But I disagree with Roseanne. Roseanne's saying, comedy's supposed to be nice and it's supposed to be done from a good place and all this stuff. No, not when you're taking people down. It's not. Not in a roast, Roseanne. Roseanne, in a roast, you're supposed to roast a mofo. We're not supposed to play nice at a roast. A roast means you get roasted. To humorously mock someone. Now, what one person considers humor, another person may not consider humor. Humor is subjective. That's just how it is. Michelle Wolf, she showed courage and guts. She went after the elites in the room. Roseanne said, if you attack somebody of bigger status in the room, well, that's when the crowd turns on you. I think you should attack the biggest credibility or the big timers in the room. That's courage, Roseanne Barr. Now, look, I was willing to overlook Roseanne's whole I'm on the Trump train stuff because everybody's, legally or should be able to have free speech and vote for whoever the hell they want to vote for. I don't care about that. That's up to you. But when you start changing facts, to suit your own narrative, all because your team took a hit, well, to me, that's disingenuous. Yeah, disingenuous. I think that's insincere. I think it's dirty pool for Roseanne to call out Michelle Wolf. All jokes aside, the real reason I think the corporate media has their lapel mic shoved up their asses has very little to do with all the jokes you just heard. Oh, yeah, they can go on and on about how Michelle ruthlessly took down Sarah Huckabee Sanders and Kelly Conway and Reince Priebus and Chris Christie and Paul Ryan. But really, it's about what I'm about to show you right here.
You guys are obsessed with Trump. Did you used to date him? Because you pretend like you hate him, but I think you love him. I think what no one in this room wants to admit is that Trump has helped all of you. He couldn't sell steaks or vodka or water or college or ties or Eric. But he has helped you. He's helped you sell your papers and your books and your TV. You helped create this monster and now you're profiting off of him. And if you're gonna profit off of Trump, you should at least give him some money because he doesn't have any.
Uh-oh. Truth-telling time. Oh, yes. Truth-telling time. That, to me, is the everything of this. Michelle Wolf, whether you like her or not, She went into the den, man. The lion's den, and she came out. Not only did she survive and come out, she kicked the lion in the ass. This is to be applauded, regardless of politics. All right? She told them the truth. The unfettered truth, the unvarnished truth that the media has been making money off of Donald Trump. They've been covering this Russia thing tremendously. Every tweet, they've been covering it tremendously because it's good for business. And that, Michelle Wolf calling that out, well, that is not good for business. That's what this is about. And that's why they're butthurt. I thought only liberals were snowflakes. Are you really going to be this butthurt over jokes, Ben? Come on, Benny. Come on. My little Martian friend. Roseanne's been around. She's a comedian. She knows what roasts are for. So anyway, and not to mention, was what Roseanne did mention in her tweet when her explanation of what comedy is. She left out the closing remark, which was not a joke at all.
Flint still doesn't have clean water.
Not one time did Michelle Wolf punch down. She punched left, she punched right, but she didn't punch down. She punched up, and that's good form. But at the end of the day, she called attention to the Flint water crisis. And for that alone, she gets my vote.